Hey everybody, Stash Cache here again with the Keepers of the Cacheflo, and I'm doing another tutorial video. Woohoo! So with today's video we are going to look at geocaching events and how to set one of those up. As you can see, I'm already opened up to geocaching.com and I'm logged in and all that fun stuff. So, if you ever have any questions, scroll on down to the bottom and click Help Center right here. In this nice little Help Center, open up the Help Center page. So you want to come on down to Hide a Cache and give that a click. If you're on the Hide a Cache page, you can find out everything you want about all different types of cache types, as well as the events, earth caches, and hiding your geocache. I highly recommend that anybody who is planning on hiding a cache actually takes the time to read this stuff. It can make your review process go a lot smoother if you're not having to be told everything by the reviewer. We're going to go ahead and click on event caches right here. And once you're in here, you can see that there's a lot of different bunches of information. If you're doing an event as you're just looking to meet some new people or whatever, you typically don't have to worry about the promoting geocaching events. However, there are rules as to how you should go about promoting your events, so be sure to check them out, especially if you're looking to do larger events or helping with larger events. Now, I personally am looking to do some CITO events in the upcoming future. So we're going to click on Cache In, Trash Out. And this gives you some information. And we're going to keep this page open because I'm going to use some of this information. There's a specific CITO FAQ. So this frequently asked questions about the CITO has a great section of information for both the event organizers and people who are looking to attend their first geocaching event. Right here, you can click to start creating a CITO event from this page. Additionally, when you are at the geocaching.com starter page, you can go play, hide a geocache. The first section here is for creating any regular cache type, and there's a separate link for creating geocaching events. So we're going to go ahead and click create a new event cache. So if you have anything that you haven't published yet or anything that's been disabled for other reasons, it's going to show up here and be like, you need to pay attention to this, you haven't fixed these problems. This cache here is currently one that Cache has been working on for a little bit, and it's not quite ready for publishing. Continue anyway. And then it's a matter of, is it a regular event or a CITO event? We're doing a CITO event. First things first, you gotta punch in your coordinates to bring it up. So once you put in your coordinates, you're gonna hit confirm coordinates. And it'll bring up on the map and you can eyeball whether or not you have picked the correct location. Once you figure it's correct, go ahead and click continue. Waypoints. I'm going to have a quick little chat about waypoints. Yes, they are optional, but pretend you have never been where you're going. You're not even from around the area. You've never seen or heard of anyone or anything near this location. Think like that for a second. If you're a person who is coming into a new community where you've never been, chances are you won't know where to park or where the nearest walk path is or what's the best way to go about something. And I really stress, regardless of the type of cache you are hiding, even if it's a park and grab on an LPC, use the waypoints markings or mention parking available at posted coordinates. Something to this effect. The easier you make it for people to get to your cache, the more time they can spend at your cache enjoying what you've hidden for them. Especially if it's of a higher difficulty or terrain, you want to make sure that people have the easiest time getting started. It's really discouraging when you can't find parking in a new city because you've never been there before. Something to keep in mind when you're planning any kind of cache. So I'm going to go ahead and add some reference points. So I've gone ahead and added in a few reference points. You see them all visually here on the map. I got one. When it comes to an event, you want to make sure that you're covering primary routes of access. So put some reference points coming south from Whitecourt, as well as coming up north along the Pierce Highway to this campground, which is off the side of the road. I've included the markers of the bridge, top of the hill, tractor trailer, casino ads. This particular event will only having 2 separate locations. One for the cleanup itself and one for a wrap-up barbecue to celebrate my birthday. Make sure you include your parking. It never hurts to have a bunch of these. It can really help people out. You can go ahead and click continue when you're all done. And this brings you to the description. Some quick things to think about. Held by, this can be any number of people, though it will be officially owned by you and your account. You can list the usernames of people who may have helped you. Also, if you're doing this to bring attention to a particular group that you're working with, you can put their name right here. You go ahead and enter in the name of your event. You should try and keep your names clear so that people know what to kind of expect. You're more likely to draw a person in. Please, 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 please make sure you have your landowner permission before you host an event at any location. If you're not sure how to get in touch with a landowner, you can try your local geocaching Facebook page, as well as contacting your local reviewer. They may know or may know someone who's held a previous event at a similar or same location and could direct you in the which way to go. So when it comes to the event description, this part here in the red box, it is easier to customize and add flair here, where you have the keys and buttons to create your style of your description. Once you have saved the entirety of the event past the initial setup, you will have to use HTML coding in order to make any changes. So it is always helpful to take the time and plan out how you want your event page to look right here on the initial setup. So once you're done with your event description, it looks something like this. Some key points I'm going to recommend. Describe your type of cache. Not everybody has taken the time to learn what all the different cache types are. If you're taking descriptions directly from geocaching.com, like I did here for this event, it'll automatically copy over any of their links or clickable links. And that saves you doing some work for yourself. You come on down here and you want to tell them what the event is for. I like to mention that yes, I do have permission. With a CITO event, you want to say what type of contribution you're making to the environment. We'll be focusing on cleanup with this one. What you'll be cleaning up. You want to mention with an event whether or not weather will be an affecting factor for that event. And then remind people what they should bring, such as bug spray, sunscreen, gloves, and appropriate footwear, and what you will be providing. So we'll have a wash-up station at our event, and we'll be providing all the garbage bags and stuff. I'm going to describe what time your event is happening and any additional details necessary for the cacher to understand. This particular event will be a barbecue happening at a different location, which I included in the waypoints we saw earlier. For the background image optional URL, you have to either use a web hosting site or have the internet address for your image that you want to use as your background. And that'll fill in this white space on either side here when people are looking at your cache page. Don't need a hint for this particular event. I'm sure everybody else can figure out where they're going. And then you want to click continue when you're happy with it. Difficulty. All events are difficulty of 1. It shouldn't be hard to get to an event, it shouldn't be hard to participate. It's not to say that you can't have some more difficult things going on at your event location. Let me know in the comments how you feel an event's terrain should be marked. Should it be based off of the meeting locations? Or should it be based off of the worst possible terrain you might encounter? Today, we're going to leave this as a 1 and mark this as wheelchair accessible. And I'm going to go back and edit into my description describing that. This is specifically for the meeting locations, but that the terrain we'll be cleaning up would not be wheelchair accessible. Because I don't mind if somebody comes to my party, even if they can't help clean up. And like any geocache, you can select up to 15 attributes. Once you have yourself all of your attributes picked out for your event, just going to click Save and Preview. Oh, I picked too many. Take a minute and just take a look over your page and see how it officially looks. Of course it'll look different on the app, but all our waypoints are right there for reference. And when you're ready, you're just going to click Submit for Review. Reviewer Notes. This space is used to describe your geocache location container, how it is hidden to your reviewer. With this part, if you have any questions about your event, about does this fit the policies or rules, you can put that here and make sure to specify that you're looking for clarification on that before publication. I don't have any questions about this event, so we're just going to thanks for the review and submit it. You'll get notifications if your reviewer has any questions or if they publish it for you directly to your connected email for your account. So guys, I hope you appreciate this how to create an event on geocaching.com tutorial video. Be sure to like this video if it was helpful for you. Click the subscribe button down in the bottom right hand corner. And if you have any suggestions for future tutorial videos, place those in the comments below. And don't forget to click the cards up in the corner and check out our geocaching adventures as well. Thank you. Happy caching.